The Sun is the central star of the solar system, composed mainly of hydrogen and helium, with a diameter about 109 times that of Earth, and a mass approximately 330,000 times greater. It generates energy through nuclear fusion in its core, releasing electromagnetic radiation, including visible light, heat, and ultraviolet radiation. The Sun's structure includes several layers, such as the core, radiative zone, convective zone, photosphere, chromosphere, and corona. Surface features like sunspots and solar prominences are visible manifestations of its dynamic activity. Solar activity follows regular cycles, including the 11-year solar cycle, with variations in sunspots and solar flares that can impact space weather and Earth's climate. The Sun continuously emits a stream of charged particles called the solar wind, which interacts with planetary magnetic fields, affecting atmospheres and magnetospheres. The Sun's energy sustains life on Earth by providing warmth, light, and energy for photosynthesis. Its study is crucial for understanding stellar processes and their influence on the solar system and beyond. Mercury, the smallest and closest planet to the Sun, boasts a diameter of about 4,880 kilometers, 3,032 miles, and orbits the Sun at a distance of approximately 58 million kilometers, 36 million miles. Its unique orbital characteristics result in a remarkably short orbital period of about 88 Earth days, while its rotational period, at about 176 Earth days, is twice as long due to its slow rotation. The planet's surface is characterized by heavy cratering, akin to the Moon's, with preserved impact craters and extensive plains and scarps formed by tectonic activity. Despite its proximity to the Sun, Mercury lacks a substantial atmosphere, resulting in extreme temperature fluctuations ranging from about 430 degrees Celsius, 800 degrees Fahrenheit, on its sunlit side to about -180 degrees Celsius, -290 degrees Fahrenheit, on its dark side. Although Mercury possesses a very thin atmosphere primarily composed of helium, hydrogen, oxygen, sodium, and potassium, its low gravity prevents the retention of significant gases, which are quickly lost to space. Nevertheless, the planet maintains a weak global magnetic field, believed to be generated by a liquid iron core, albeit smaller in proportion to the planet's size compared to Earth's core. Mercury has been explored by only 2 spacecraft, NASA's Mariner 10 in the 1970s and the Messenger probe, which conducted an orbital mission from 2011 to 2015. These missions provided invaluable insights into Mercury's surface, composition, magnetic field, and geological features, contributing significantly to our understanding of this enigmatic planet. Earth has a diameter of about 12,742 kilometers, 7,918 miles, and orbits the Sun at an average distance of approximately 149.6 million kilometers, 92.9 million miles, making it the third planet from the Sun. Earth has an orbital period of about 365.25 days, defining one Earth year. It completes one full rotation on its axis approximately every 24 hours, defining one Earth day. Earth's atmosphere is primarily composed of nitrogen, about 78%, and oxygen, about 21%, crucial for supporting life by regulating temperature, shielding against harmful radiation, and providing oxygen for respiration. Earth is distinguished by its abundant liquid water, covering approximately 71% of its surface in oceans, rivers, lakes, and glaciers, essential for sustaining life. Earth's diverse surface features include continents, mountains, plains, and oceans, shaped by active geological processes like plate tectonics, volcanism, and erosion over billions of years. Earth hosts a rich and diverse biosphere, with millions of species of plants, animals, and microorganisms thriving in various environments, from ocean depths to mountain peaks. Earth's climate is influenced by factors such as solar radiation, atmospheric composition, ocean currents, and human activities like burning fossil fuels and deforestation, contributing to global warming and environmental challenges. Earth has been extensively studied by scientists and explored by satellites, spacecraft, and robotic missions, providing valuable insights into its history and place in the universe. Human exploration has extended to the Moon, offering additional perspectives on Earth's significance. Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system, with a diameter of about 139,822 kilometers, 86,881 miles, and an average distance from the Sun of approximately 778 million kilometers, 484 million miles, making it the fifth planet from the Sun, primarily composed of hydrogen, about 75%, and helium, about 24%. With trace amounts of other elements, Jupiter lacks a solid surface and consists mainly of dense gas. Jupiter's atmosphere features colorful bands of clouds made of compounds like ammonia crystals and ammonium hydrosulfide. Its rapid rotation generates strong winds, resulting in distinct cloud patterns and massive storm systems, such as the Great Red Spot. Jupiter boasts the strongest magnetic field in the solar system, generated by electric currents within its metallic hydrogen core. This magnetic field creates intense radiation belts, posing risks to spacecraft. With at least 79 known moons, including the four largest Galilean moons, Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto, Jupiter's moons exhibit diverse geological features, such as volcanoes, ice-covered oceans, and rocky surfaces. Jupiter has a faint ring system composed of small particles, likely originating from the planet's moons and other sources, though less prominent than Saturn's rings. Explored by spacecraft like NASA's Galileo mission, 1995-2003, and the ongoing Juno mission, Jupiter has provided extensive data on its atmosphere, moons, and magnetic field, contributing to our understanding of the planet. Jupiter's immense size and gravitational influence have shaped the solar system, acting as a gravitational shield that deflects asteroids and comets away from the inner planet. Venus is similar in size to Earth, with a diameter of about 12,104 kilometers, 7,521 miles, and orbits the Sun at an average distance of approximately 108 million kilometers, 67 million miles, making it the second planet from the Sun. Venus has an orbital period of about 225 Earth days and a rotational period of about 243 Earth days, rotating in the opposite direction to most other planets, a phenomenon known as retrograde rotation. Venus has a thick atmosphere primarily composed of carbon dioxide, creating a strong greenhouse effect that traps heat and results in extreme surface temperatures of about 465 degrees Celsius, 869 degrees Fahrenheit, making it the hottest planet in the solar system. Venus's surface is characterized by vast plains, highland regions, and numerous volcanoes, including massive shield volcanoes. It exhibits extensive lava flows, impact craters, and features suggestive of past volcanic and tectonic activity. The planet is shrouded in thick clouds composed of sulfuric acid droplets, obscuring its surface from view in visible light. These clouds reflect sunlight, contributing to Venus's high surface temperatures. Unlike most planets, Venus lacks natural satellites, moons, or rings. Venus has been extensively studied by spacecraft, including NASA's Magellan mission, which mapped its surface using radar imaging, and the Soviet Venera missions, which successfully landed probes on its surface. Despite its harsh surface conditions, some scientists speculate about the possibility of life existing in the upper atmosphere of Venus, where conditions may be more hospitable. Saturn. With a diameter of approximately 116,460 kilometers, 72,366 miles, and an average distance from the Sun of about 1.4 billion kilometers, 886 million miles, Saturn is the sixth planet from the Sun. Saturn, like Jupiter, is primarily composed of hydrogen, about 75%, and helium, about 25%, with traces of other elements. Its low density allows it to hypothetically float on water, given a large enough body of water. Saturn's iconic ring system consists of billions of icy particles, ranging from tiny grains to large chunks, extending thousands of kilometers from the planet's surface. These rings are categorized alphabetically from A to G, with notable gaps, such as the Cassini division. The planet's atmosphere is predominantly composed of hydrogen and helium, with traces of methane, ammonia, and other gases. Saturn's rapid rotation and equatorial winds create distinct cloud bands, though less prominent than Jupiter's. Saturn boasts at least 82 known moons, with Titan being the largest and second largest moon in the solar system after Ganymede. Titan is particularly noteworthy for its dense atmosphere and methane lakes. Saturn has been extensively studied by spacecraft, including NASA's Cassini mission, which provided detailed observations of its rings, moons, and atmosphere from 2004 to 2017. Saturn's North Pole hosts a remarkable hexagonal-shaped storm discovered by the Voyager spacecraft in the 1980s. This phenomenon, several times larger than Earth, remains an intriguing subject of study. Saturn's gravitational influence has significantly influenced the structure of the solar system, particularly in shaping the orbits of nearby moons and other celestial objects. Uranus has a diameter of about 50,724 kilometers, 31,518 miles, and orbits the Sun at an average distance of approximately 2.9 billion kilometers, 1.8 billion miles, making it the seventh planet from the Sun, primarily composed of icy materials such as water, ammonia, and methane. With a small, rocky core, Uranus's atmosphere contains methane, giving the planet its distinctive blue-green color. Uranus's most distinctive feature is its sideways rotation, with its axis tilted nearly perpendicular to its orbital plane. This orientation leads to extreme seasonal variations, with each pole experiencing 42 years of continuous sunlight followed by 42 years of darkness, composed primarily of hydrogen and helium, with traces of methane. Uranus's atmosphere gives the planet its unique blue-green hue as methane in the upper atmosphere absorbs red light. Uranus has at least 27 known moons, with the 5 largest named Miranda, Ariel, Umbriel, Titania, and Oberon. These moons, primarily composed of ice and rock, exhibit varied surface features shaped by impacts and geological processes. Discovered in 1977, Uranus has a system of faint rings, distinct from Saturn's prominent rings. Uranus's rings are dark and narrow, mainly composed of dust and small rocky particles. Visited only by NASA's Voyager 2 spacecraft in 1986, Uranus provided valuable data on its atmosphere, moons, and rings. However, no further missions have been sent to the planet since then. Uranus's gravitational influence affects nearby moons and objects in the outer solar system, providing insights into the formation and evolution of icy giants and planetary systems. Neptune has a diameter of about 49,244 kilometers, 30,598 miles, and orbits the Sun at an average distance of approximately 4.5 billion kilometers, 2.8 billion miles, making it the 8th planet from the Sun. Like Uranus, Neptune is primarily composed of icy materials such as water, ammonia, and methane, with a small rocky core. Methane in its atmosphere absorbs red light, giving the planet its distinct blue color. Neptune's atmosphere is primarily composed of hydrogen and helium, with traces of methane, resulting in its vivid blue hue. The planet's atmosphere is characterized by powerful storms and high-speed winds, with wind speeds reaching over 1,500 miles per hour, 2,400 kilometers per hour. Neptune has its own atmospheric feature known as the Great Dark Spot, similar to Jupiter's Great Red Spot. This large, rotating storm system was observed by the Voyager 2 spacecraft during its flyby in 1989. Neptune has at least 14 known moons, with Triton being the largest and most notable. Triton's retrograde orbit suggests it was likely captured by Neptune's gravity rather than forming alongside the planet. Neptune has a faint ring system, discovered in 1984. These rings are narrow and relatively faint compared to Saturn's rings, composed mainly of dust particles and rocky debris. Neptune has been visited by only one spacecraft, NASA's Voyager 2, which provided valuable data on its atmosphere, moons and rings during a flyby in 1989. Neptune's gravitational influence affects the orbits of nearby moons and objects in the outer solar system, contributing to the dynamic interactions within the region.